Welcome back to the Mine Trading Cards card pack tutorial thingy. Today I'm going to go over the asset. First off, if you have not watched the previous part, you can find it in the playlist this video will be a part of. And if you're too lazy to, you can download it here or over on Modern here. You can see the link up in the today I am also going to go grab the MTC art reformatter, which will lead here. It is an outdated version, however, so you want to make sure you're on this one. And then in order to actually go and utilize it, you're gonna first need to download Python. You'll want the 3.12. I think 3.12.9 should be fine. So you'd hit download for whichever OS you are. For me, I'm on 64-bit, and then you're probably gonna want the one that says installer. Otherwise, you're gonna have to build it yourself. And then once it's installed, double click it. It will look like this. It's saying upgrade because I have a previous version. I'm not sure if it's gonna look different, so give it a moment. But you will want to still follow the same process that it shows you. Make sure to install the pip package if it pops up, and probably also any optional dependencies as well. It may take a bit depending on your Wi-Fi. Mine's a bit slow, hence why it's going slow. And then just ahead of time, over in the Mine Trading Cards Discord, which is linked on its mod page, you can find this useful message about how to set up a resource pack. You're going to want to download the zip. It will look adjacent to this. I added an icon so that there's spec as an icon instead of the vanilla Minecraft thing. And then with the pack.mc meta, you can have 3 for, I believe, 1.12. So it's 3 for 1.11, 1.12. For 1.7, you'd put in 1. And then for the new 1.16, you'd put in 6. And then going forward, you put in whichever one matches your current version. It's gone up a lot since 1.16, mainly because of the amount of resource changes. Well, pack format changes that have happened. But for the most part, these first 6 are the only ones you need to know. Mainly 1, 3, and 6. And that number would be used in this specific spot. The description will be the description that shows in the game. For this one, I'm gonna just put a package of augmented magics. And then that is still running. So while I'm at it, this is gonna be what I'm gonna be formatting for today. I'll be showing off the tool after, but first, I'm gonna take you into my image editor, which for me is a spray. You might have something else, so it might be a little different. Spray canvas size, and then you're gonna want to make the height and width the same. So you're gonna want to set the other number to whichever one's higher, and then you're gonna shrink it down to 448 by 448, and then if it's larger than 448, you'd want bilinear. If it's smaller, then you'd probably want nearest neighbor or bot sprite. That's up to whichever looks better. And then after it, it'll look something like this. You can't really read it in game anyway. And then once you're done with that, you can hit save. And then that's a rough image asset for MTC. And then also, whenever there are a lot installed, it does do an automatic conversion, I believe, down to 224 by 224, which was the original size. The 3.1 update changed it, so it can be more optimized. Still waiting on that to be done. It might take a minute or two, but once that's done, we'll get into you. Well, not you, but the formatter. But while we're at it, may as well go install the zip. And then again, if you don't have WinRAR, you might want to grab it. It makes using zips a lot easier, as well as creating them, because at the end, you're going to need to create your own zip. Anyways, while we're at it, make sure that is still going to be the right size. So we're going to Control Z the whole process. That's mainly because the tool does it better majority of the time, as well as a lot quicker than doing it manually. And we don't want it running over the same file that's already been changed. So we're going to set that back. We're going to Control A, Control C. We're going to go into MTC and then Assets. And then it's important that inside Assets, it says is_MTC, contains MTC. And then in here, you're going to need a folder called Assets. You're going to want one called, I believe it's Cards. And then you're going to want one called Conditions. Let me check if they added another one real quick. You go over to the home page of the wiki, which is found here. You now also have a packs that I'll go over once I find out a bit more about them. You just make sure that's a cards, yeah. And then we're going to go inside assets, and then we're going to paste our assets in. If you didn't copy them before, now's the time to do so, or just drag them over. And then once you've done that, all that's left is basically just waiting for your Python to finish installing. So I'll cut back around when that's done. Also, while you're waiting, please feel free to subscribe or join the Discord up in the top left corner. It helps support me and my channel. Oh, look at that, it's done. I don't think I needed to get there. Oh. Close. And then now that we have that done, we're gonna go and open that zip. We're gonna drag it in here. You can leave out the Git related stuff, because you only need those 5 files. Actually, no. No, you don't need the README. You only need that. RunMe, converter output, input, and rescaler. What's that? I mean, once you grab those, just paste them in here. And then you're gonna want to clean out the folders. In this case, that's left over from the Minecraft pack I showed up the other day. I believe the other two should clear them out by default, but just in case, we're gonna clean those out as well. And then while we're at it, right click, sort by type. Not sort by. Group by type is the one we want. Then we're gonna grab everything PNG or JPEG or whatever. Ideally, it would be a PNG though. And then we're gonna put that into input. And then we're simply just going to run this file. If you want to inspect the file's contents, you can go look over here. I forgot about that. I'll go over that in a second. But the code can be found here in this runme file, or you can open it up in your text editor. It's going to ask you for an edition ID. It can be anything with the current setup, so just going to put augmented underscore magics, if I can type. And then I think it just errored. Yikes, that's not supposed to happen. I mean, for you, it probably will. But it usually should not do that. So I guess while I'm at it, let me take the time to go over the installation process. You're going to want Python 3.x. The version should not matter. You're going to want to copy this, and then we're going to pip install Pillow. But anyways, now that we have it working, you can see it's rescaling them. Well, not rescaling them, but converting them into a system where its length and width are the same, and also ordering them roughly alphabetically, as alphabetical as it can. And then it's gonna go through and rescale them all down to 448 by 448. As you can see, it still looks readable compared to earlier. And then that's done, we have our converted assets, which we then will Control A, Control X. Then you're just going to want to paste them back up here. And then you can simply delete the original files. And then also, if you wanted to see what it was doing, you can just look at the console while it happens. It documents when steps happen. That is the tutorial done. So I'll see you in the next video, or over on Subler Twitch / plus the archive on YouTube. Or you can go join my Discord up here, where I send notifications of when I'm live, when I post a video, when I go live on Twitch, and when I send a Blue Sky notification, or any other things such as my new system over here for entering in your mod reviews or suggestions for any future mod review revamps or any future tutorial series. It has to be within the bounds of modding, though. Just as an FYI. Anyways, I shall see you in the next video. Peace.